Can you imagine a place where temperatures drop to minus 66 degrees Celsius? The sun refuses to set for 2 whole months, and the local delicacy smells so rotten it could knock you out instantly? Welcome to Greenland, the icy island hiding shocking secrets, bizarre traditions, and unbelievable facts you won't be able to look away from. But be warned, this journey isn't just about frozen landscapes. Along the way, you'll encounter strange traditions, chilling natural disasters, bizarre foods that test the bravest stomachs, and a football tournament so short, it defies reason. Every step deeper into Greenland feels like unraveling a riddle nature never intended humans to solve. The island that isn't green. Despite its name, Greenland is anything but green. Over 80% of its 2.16 million square kilometers is smothered under an ice sheet up to 4 kilometers thick. Imagine a white desert so vast that it stores enough frozen water to raise global sea levels by 7 meters if it ever melted. The temperatures here plunge as low as minus 66 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze exposed skin in seconds. Villages are scattered like fragile beads across the coastlines, home to just 56,000 souls. That makes Greenland one of the most sparsely populated places on Earth, roughly 0.026 people per square kilometer. Travel 100 kilometers and you might meet only 3 humans. But where people are few, stories are many. A capital in the ice. At the heart of Greenland lies Nuuk, its modest capital. Despite being the largest city, it barely holds 19,800 residents. Yet that accounts for 1/3 of the island's population. The city has just 3 traffic lights, a detail both comical and eerie, given how empty the roads are. Cars are so scarce that Greenland has only about 7,000 vehicles in total. Instead, life here moves on dog sleds, boats, and snowmobiles, tracing paths through blizzards and icy fjords. Houses wear bright colors, each hue carrying a hidden code. Yellow for hospitals, red for churches and shops, green for telecommunications, blue for fish factories, black for police stations. This system was once vital when there were no street names. Imagine navigating a whiteout blizzard, searching desperately for a red house that might hold safety. The sun that refuses to sleep. From late May to late July, the sun refuses to set. Daylight stretches endlessly, robbing residents of the rhythm of night. Locals learn to sleep with blinds shut tight, forcing darkness into their homes. Then comes the flip side, the polar night. From September to April, Greenland plunges into long, icy darkness, broken only by the shimmering glow of the aurora borealis. Green and purple ribbons of light dance across the frozen sky, a breathtaking show, but also a reminder of nature's dominance. But not all that happens under Greenland skies is beautiful. In July 2019, scientists were stunned when the island lost 197 billion tons of ice in a single month. Even more shocking, 40% of its surface ice melted in one single day, June 13, 2019. When ice turns deadly, ice in Greenland isn't always still. In 2018, villagers on the tiny island of Inuit were forced to evacuate when a massive iceberg, nearly 100 meters long and weighing 11 million tons, drifted dangerously close to shore. Locals feared that if it cracked, it would unleash a tsunami powerful enough to wipe their village away. This wasn't a myth, it was survival. Every iceberg here is both a guardian and a monster. Silent, looming, waiting. The people of ice. The Inuit, descendants of Arctic hunters, make up nearly 90% of Greenland's population. They've survived thousands of years in conditions that would break most humans within days. Their ancestors built igloos from compacted snow, sometimes connected by tunnels like frozen fortresses. Inside, even beds were carved from ice, softened only by animal skins. To battle the glare of snow, they invented the world's first sunglasses. Slits carved into bone or wood to shield their eyes from snow blindness. Their clothes, too, were feats of survival engineering. 2 layers of animal skins, one with fur facing in, the other with fur facing out. Even seal intestines were sewn into waterproof jackets. But among their customs lies a tale that outsiders find almost impossible to believe. The forgotten custom. Inuit history tells of a practice once rooted in survival and community. wife sharing. During hunting expeditions, it wasn't unusual for a man to offer his wife to another guest hunter. To outsiders, it may sound scandalous, but in the icy north, it symbolized respect, trust, and the shared burden of survival. A child born from such unions was celebrated, not shamed, because in a land where life is fragile, every birth was a victory. This tradition, however, has faded into history. Modern Inuit communities, influenced by Christianity and local laws, no longer practice it. Yet, the whispers of these customs still echo through the generations, painting Greenland as a land where human bonds were tested in ways few can comprehend. Food that terrifies the world. If you think Greenland's environment is harsh, wait until you meet its food. The most infamous delicacy is kiviak, a dish made by stuffing 500 small seabirds into a seal carcass, sewing it shut, and burying it beneath the ground for up to 18 months. When finally opened, the birds have fermented into a pungent, raw meal. Locals pluck the feathers and eat them whole, bones and all. Visitors often gag at the smell, described as overpoweringly rotten. Then there's hakarl, or fermented Greenland shark. This creature's flesh is toxic when fresh, saturated with urea and trimethylamine oxide, chemicals so strong that eating it raw could kill you. To make it edible, Greenlanders bury the shark for months, letting the toxins seep out. Then they hang it to dry in icy winds for nearly a year. The result? A dish so foul that Chef Gordon Ramsay spat it out on television. Yet locals pair it with strong liquor, a symbol of endurance in the face of nature's cruelty. A game in the ice. As strange as the food is, Greenland holds another peculiarity: its national football championship, the Kalaallit Nunaani Arfaningornik Unamerswinek. Unlike Europe's leagues that stretch across 10 months, Greenland's season lasts just 7 days. Each summer, the top 8 teams converge on Disco Island, braving icy waters and unpredictable storms to reach the pitch. For a week, they play match after match on fields once made of sand and stone, so brutal that goalkeepers wore 4 layers of pants to avoid shredded skin. Broken bones and bloody noses were common. Today, artificial turf is slowly replacing the rocky grounds, but the spectacle remains. Football at the edge of the world, where glaciers loom in the distance and whales sometimes breach near the shore. Astonishingly, 10% of Greenland's population, about 5,000 people, show up to watch. The village at the end of the world. Perhaps the most haunting place in Greenland is Itokakorto Ormite, a settlement of only 370 people, isolated in the vast east. To reach it, one must travel by boat in summer, sled in winter, or fly over endless glaciers. The nearest town is 800 kilometers away. Here, survival feels raw. Supplies arrive just twice a year by ship. Every bite of food, every drop of fuel is precious. Locals live surrounded by polar bears, storms, and silence. It is as close as humanity comes to living at the world's end. Secrets in the ice. Greenland isn't just an island. It's a puzzle. Its ice hides records of ancient climates. Its people carry traditions shaped by millennia of struggle. And its land is both fragile and fierce. Here, football lasts a week, meals could poison you, and houses wear colors like secret codes. Here, an iceberg can become a monster overnight, and the aurora turns the dark sky into a painting of fire. Greenland is a reminder. The world is stranger, harsher, and more mysterious than we dare to imagine. And perhaps that's why it fascinates us so deeply. Because in Greenland, every breath of frozen air carries a secret waiting to be told.